This video will look at Evernote on the iPad and look at the various ways to use it. First thing you need is an Evernote account, and you can create an account straight from the app, or you can go online to evernote.com and create an account there. Once you have an account, then sign in. And once you've signed in, this is the interface that you're presented with. So first of all, let's look at the interface and all the different things you can do with it. In the top left, you'll find your account settings. And there are a number of things there that you can either refer to or tweak. And the first one is let you know if you're a premium member or just the normal free membership, and I'm a premium member. So I do get a little bit more for notes and more usage. You can keep an eye on the last time that the iPad was synchronized with your online account, because as you may know, that whatever you do on your iPad, whatever notes you produce there, you might create a note straight on the iPad. It's not going to be synchronized until your online account, and therefore not pushed down to any other devices you might have it on. You have to make sure it's synchronized and it's not just local to the device. Synchronization happens automatically on the iPad. Within a couple of seconds, any note that's new on the iPad will appear on your online account, and we'll look at that. The offline notebooks, if you want to download all of the notes on the online account or from the iPad and we'll get them offline, then you can indicate there what your option is. Download just selected notebooks or all your notes, or don't do anything. Passcode load, you can put a passcode on here. The general settings for the email address, so if you forgot what it is, there's the email address that you can send notes to. That will go straight to the online Evernote account and be synced back to your iPad account. Add it in your contacts. It's very a useful way of getting a note quickly into your Evernote account. Note editor. I've no idea what that does, but you can read it there. Never played with that. Synchronize on Wi-Fi only, so if you want to synchronize your notes only when you're within a Wi-Fi network to save any data download costs, you could turn that on. Clear the cache, so if some things are not working too well, it's a little bit sluggish, clear the cache. Evernote itself have other products that they try and give you or sell you, make you subscribe to. One of those is the Smart Notebook. So if you want any of those, you need to look online at evernote.com and look at what's available that are additional options for your Evernote account. Your usage details. So the monthly upload as a premium user is 1 GB. So this will depend on whether you're a free user or a premium user, and your current usage, so how much of that 1 gig have I used and how many days before the next month starts and the upload resets, which would give me, if I tap there, an approximate number of notes that I have left. And I haven't done a lot this month, so I've got quite a lot left. Some technical support and legal stuff, so just know that this is here, and then you can log out from here also. Tap to get rid of it. It's a significantly different interface, this version of the iPad Evernote, and I'm recording this in November 2012, and this version's been out for a few months, but they keep changing them all the time. And the interface here, there is a little elephant here that if you touch that, it will move up and down the different options. So by touching that, I've got all notes, and I can organise the notes on the iPad only by date or title. There are many more options available if you use the desktop client for Evernote, but in this case, they're only available to be organised by dates or title, and I prefer date for all the notes. If you know when you sent the note, you might want to change it to, or what the name of the note is, change it to title. If you have an approximate week, month, you change it to date. Tap the elephant to go back. Premium features, so if you're a premium user, they're the features that premium will give you. You can tap the elephant to keep shutting that and changing between the different interfaces. The places will let you know how many notes in your collection have originated from a certain place. And I've no idea how I would even use this, but it's there. And every note that you start already comes with the address of the place that it's originating from, which can be a bit problematic, I think. So I haven't used that. I don't really think I will either. Can't see the use for it. Tags. So tags, again, you can organise by name. So alphabetical list of your tags, and it also gives you the number of notes that use that tag. So for example, digital images has one note with that tag. Or I can change it to note count and look at what tags have the most notes. So proofreading has 18 notes. So again, 2 choices only. We'll come back and look a little bit more at tags. Notebooks. A list, and I think there's no way of arranging this. They're just alphabetical. So all your notebooks, the ones with the white wrap around them are stacks. So that's been originated on the either the online Evernote account or my desktop client, where I've created a stack, which is like an umbrella notebook, if you like, and underneath that are other notebooks. So for the technology one, for example, there are 9 more specific notebooks under technology. So rather than put every note into technology, and that becomes really bloated and hard to find, I've divided them up into specific areas of technology and put them under technology. That's called a stack. And you can, as far as I can see, there's no way you can create a stack on the iPad version of Evernote. You'd have to create them on one of the other devices, desktop client or online, and then you're able to manage them. There are a number of things you can do with notebooks, and we'll look at again later specifically at notebooks. At the very top are all the recent notes, so all the notes that I've done in the last day or so. And 3 ways of getting a new note started. There's a plus here, which will give you a new note and bring up the keyboard. Just close that. This one, where you can actually take a note using the camera. So there's the keyboard. And take a picture of that. Very useful. And the blue tick to accept it. And that's now a note. Or this one, which is a document scanner. So when you open this one, you get a little frame and need to find some text of whatever I've got on the desk here. There's some text there that, if I actually put this down and try and focus it on here. And I know it's not all in the middle, but I'll just take a picture of that. That's text. It's processing it. And once I hit the tick, that note is now searchable. It's become text. And I haven't done a very good job of actually taking a picture because it's on the wrong way. But you get the idea. It's a document scanner. So if you're wanting to take a picture of something and have it searchable, use the scanner. If it's just an image, just use the camera. The other one is just to add a new note. So let's look now at how do you actually format a note. So if I want to add a new note, I can either hit the plus sign, tap the plus sign here, or I can actually create a new note from within an existing notebook. So maybe I'll do that, go into a notebook. And actually not the right one, notebooks. And pick a notebook. So let's pick one of the technology ones. So in here, technology, computer basics. So from in here, I'm going to add a new note. So it's already in the right notebook. So the plus sign. We'll create the new note, and what we're going to look at is just what are the formatting options for a new note. You get the title up here with the place. So we'll just rename that, call it test note. And the body text. When you tap the note, you have some formatting options, and there's a formatting bar, which has a number of different options for formatting that text. And you can type information in your note alongside a picture that you might add in there. Again, you can take a picture with the camera. You can get a picture from the camera roll. You can do an audio note. And let's look at all of them in turn. If I wanted to just type something using the formatting, so I just want to type a bold dog, then there is the italic dog, the underlined dog, the strike through, the highlighting, I think this one is. As return, this will put a URL in. So if there's a link I want to go to a specific page, I could put that in and add the link. That's looking for a link. I haven't put anything in. Formatting options. So you can have divide your note up into sections, subsections, paragraph, indent it as a block quote, putting in a checkbox, and dot points and numbering systems, indenting. These are indenting ones. So I've typed something here, indent it, and the backs go back and go forward again. Options. So there are your formatting options. So what do you do with notes when you finish them? As soon as the note has been closed, it will synchronize immediately. So let's show you that. If I do a new note and use the camera to take a picture of whatever's on the desk, take a picture, hit the blue tick to accept that, and give it another title. Call it My Desk. And then I could add more text to that if I wanted to, using the formatting that bar that we looked at before. I could add some audio to it, so if I wanted to, go back to that, hit the audio thing and record some audio. You can see that's recording now. And add that to the bottom of the note, or you could just do an audio note. If I wanted to delete it, the trash will move it to the trash, so I could delete it. If I wanted to make sure that the note ended up in the right notebook and that it had tags to save me doing that when it actually gets to the online Evernote.com account, I can do it from the iPad by hitting the I, and the notebook that it's currently going to is the inbox, and that's the default notebook that I have set up through the Evernote.com settings. I can change that notebook and pick a different one of the ones that are already there, or I could create a new one straight from this spot. Let's change it from inbox to perhaps Evernote. Not that I'm going to keep it there, but just for the argument. Then go back. I can also add some tags. There's no tags there at the moment, and so I can pick from any tag that's already there, multiple tags. I could create a new tag. So let's put it into Apple and go back. So it's only in that one. So I go back to the I. So at the moment it's going into the Evernote notebook, and it's going to have the Apple tag. I could put a URL, the source URL, if it was a website, if I wanted to. It has the location there as well as the updated and created information. And then that's ready. All we have to do is close it. And that note will be now synchronized within a couple of seconds to my online Evernote account. So let's go and have a look at that. Back to Evernote.com. And it's going into the Evernote folder, and it's right there. Literally, very, very quickly. The tag should be there too, Evernote. If I look at what the actual information is, it's gone into the Evernote folder. Can't see any of the tags there though. Well, there it is. There's the tag, Apple. So it's done everything that we did on the iPad. It's been synchronized immediately to Evernote.com. And from there, if I have my desktop Evernote client, it would be synchronized back to that on my Mac. The other thing you can do with notes is share them. The share button, there are a number of things you can do with notes other than just leave them sitting in your Evernote account. You could post the note to Facebook, you could tweet it, you could mail it to yourself or somebody else. Copy the text and then copy the note and paste that into something else that you're doing. Let's look at how we might do it to Facebook. So I already have my Facebook and Twitter accounts connected through the settings of Evernote.com account. So it knows my Facebook information and it knows my password. It can directly go to it. So hitting Facebook. And this is the note that I want to send to my Facebook account into my timeline using Evernote. So, oh, great typing. So post, and that's gone. Then we can close it. Then let's have a look on Facebook. So back here into Facebook, and you may have to reload the page. If I can ever find where that is. Reload the page. And there's the actual note. So that was pretty quick. So tweeting your notes, posting your notes, there's other ways of getting information out and sharing it. Let's look at notebooks. Now there is a notebook tab where all the notebooks in your account are available. To see what's in them, you merely tap on one to open it. There is a note already in there, and I can tap on that note and use the eye to look at the notebook, the tag, the URL. I can update and change any of that information if I wanted to. I could again share that note, posting it to various places using the sharing tab. If I wanted to add a new note to that notebook, I can do that from the plus and ask for the location. So you can either grant that or not. And once you've done that note, again, it's already got the notebook because you're opening the note from within the existing notebook, and you can enter the tags and all the other information that you need. If you don't want that note, you can trash it from here. So adding a note into a notebook, you can do that from within a notebook, or you can add a note from the interface there at the start there. The other things about notebooks, to edit the notebook. So it's I want to edit this one or make it available. I can delete the network from that edit screen. There's a delete button there, and I can share it. I can share that note to specific people, so I can add people, adding their email address, so add an email invitation to someone, inviting them to be able to use that notebook and to look at that notebook. I can allow the preview without requiring a login. I can add a message to it so that the person who's being invited knows what the notebook is all about. This is good for collaboration. Or you could make the notebook public. And this will give a link, public, enable public sharing. So that's provided a URL, which I can then post that link to social networking sites like Facebook or Twitter, or I can post the link or email the link to somebody specific, giving them access. So socially connect, let's just go back and remove the public, disable that link. So disable public sharing. So the only thing I haven't been able to find out how to do with notebooks is to create the stacks. So we'll get out of this one done. The stacks have the white paper around them. So technology is a stack, and inside that the stack are all those notebooks, 8 notebooks, 9 notebooks. But I don't think there's a way you can do that in the Evernote for the iPad. If you wanted to find a notebook, so I wanted to find a notebook inside the stack, there's a notebook called Paperless, and I can't remember where it is. I can find notebook. So typing in its name will find that notebook wherever it is, and then I can tap on that and do whatever I need to. So the only way you can organise your notebooks is alphabetical. There isn't any other way. You can add a new notebook from here, from the plus as well. That will create a new one and save it. And if we did that, created a new notebook, call it test, and save it, then it should appear. Yeah, there it is, test notebook. And then I can add it, tap the new note button to add a note into it and do whatever I want with it. I'll move it to trash. Then if I want to delete that notebook, edit button, tap on the network, and then I can delete it by hitting the delete button. Tags. Tags can be organized either by name or by note count. So at the moment they're arranged by name, and so alphabetical list, so you need to know which one you're looking for. Note counts, change it to that, is puts the tags in order of how many you've got. So proofreading has the most notes with that tag. So it sort of tells you which tags you're not using, which you then might want to go and delete. So only two choices, name or note count. To find a tag, so say I'm looking for handbrake, I can tap up here, handbrake, and you'll find that tag, and then if I tap on that tag, it'll find the note. To add a new tag in iPad, so we're in a, let's go into this one, which I did at the beginning of the video, and go to the I to look at the tags. We gave it a tag of Apple, but say I wanted to give it another tag, which isn't here, so I wanted to add a new one. So I'm going to create a tag, and I'll just call it desk. And then you need to sort of scroll down here. There it is. Add the plus to add that as a tag, and done. And now there's a new tag in there, and it should also be in the list of tags. I can't see it there at the moment, but it will be, trust me. Close. So that'll sync. That note is now syncing. And if we go back to tags, actually look for desk, it's there. So it does work. Searching for notes. You can create a search and save that search and come back to it. And let's have a look at that. So from all notes, if I tap in search notes, then the saved searches that I've done recently will appear. So I was looking for notes that had no tags. It would come up with a list of all notes that I needed to complete putting tags in them. So this was what I did the other day. Tap in the I, and it doesn't have a tag. So that search is useful. What if I wanted to create a new search? So I was looking for notes with iPad, and it's brought up all the notes with that tag. If I want to save that as a search, I need to tap this little button here and give it a name. I can change that name if I want and save that as a search. And that's go back to the search bar, and iPad is now a saved search. It's also going to give you your recent searches. It's fairly simple searching. That's all for this video. I think the next one will have a look at how you actually add a web clipper and create a bookmarklet in your Safari for your iPad. So if you're wanting to create content from the web and you want the whole page instead of just doing a URL, you need to clip it. That will be in the second video.